back. For those of you who are just tuning in, I am ChiVital, aka King Chi, and I am back with another tool for your toolkits and how to create your lives. Please, as you tune in, for the life of me, let me know if you can hear me clearly. I am doing my best to see what's next with the resistance to sharing this information with you all. I need to know if you are able to see me clearly and hear me clearly, and that's just part of doing this live thing. All right, when we're live, we go through whatever transitions that we need to right here in front of you. This is not a pre-recorded joint, so things will happen. Things will happen. I just need to know if you can see me and hear me clearly. Because if you can't hear me, then I need to just go straight through the mic on the phone. Let's see. Okay, so I think we're good. Okay. Cool. We're good. Okay. Man, y'all. Thumbs up this video for the effort. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like I don't be trying to give y'all this information, but it happens. And I know it has a lot to do with some of the current downloads I've been receiving in regards to this energy, and it is very much directed at melanated people. So I want to make sure that we have as many people here as possible. So please like and share this video with the family in both groups so that, you know, we all can know what's up. Okay, we all can know what we have access to. We all can have the proper framework in which to work in when it comes to this money school and this wealth science and the magic of the dragon. Okay, I've been busy teaching in the 5th, 4th, and the 3rd. So all I'm gonna say about that. It's always a pleasure. Like, I love what I do. Let me know if I'm speaking loud enough for you, because this is my first time using this microphone, and I did not do a mic check. I'm just like, shit, let's do it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Sometimes, you know, it takes too long. You don't get things done. So we straight. Let me get some ones in the chat. Let me see some money bags in the chat. And dragons. Money bags and dragons. Money bags and dragons. Let's see them. That way I'll know if I'm lagging. And if y'all are ready to go. Thank you, Moonshine. All right. Cool. So, couple quick announcements while we let other students jump in here. For those of you who ordered some the dollar bills from T, he said those joints are on their way to you. So I'm letting y'all know that's on its way. Also, everyone who received their elixirs and their baths, please don't hold back. I want the full review. Share that with the family. We all want to know. We all want to know. Also, we have a meditation tonight to close out Erishkigal. It's going to be a double meditation. Y'all who've been around already know that when it's a double meditation, it hits like firecrackers. Okay? So let me just center for a moment and bring y'all this information. Okay? The first message and the last message, the golden dragon, the wood dragon year, has the power to change your life in a very huge way, in an overnight fashion. It has the power to rip through the mental constructs that are debilitating you in any form or fashion when it comes to your wealth and what you're capable of holding. Okay? In going through these lessons, you're going to see that traditionally there is a heavy emphasis on a tool called Josh paper. And as you will see it with the Chinese culture, you will see that it's utilized to communicate with the ancestral realm. What is not discussed openly out of dogma, religious rhetoric, the weaker side of humility. And yes, there is a weaker side of humility. There's a powerful humility and there's a weaker side of humility. Case in point, powerful humility is knowing that while you are the acting force of God and have the power to work with and manipulate ancient energies, celestial beings, gods and spirits outside of this human existence, you are humble in knowing that they have been gods and living as gods for many more years than you're conscious of. Therefore, you move appropriately, not fearfully, but appropriately. Make sense? And I noticed that there was a disconnect during part of the channel, and I just got to get a higher frequency operating system. We'll do a fundraiser for that. You know, let it be the community's operating system. Because when I'm bringing information down, it always triggers this system. The electronics always struggle with this. So bear with me, be patient. Okay? So an active and healthy portion of humility just allows you to recognize what other beings are capable of and how long they've been operating as gods long before you have acknowledged your own godness, your own God being. So it's not to be a fool that because you recognize your godness or your God beingness, that somehow you have already mastered how to wield that power amongst other gods who have already been venerated, who have already proven worthy of veneration, who have already made their mark in the heavens, in the underworld, and on the earth. Make sense? Okay. So here we are, moving into a wealth science that has you communicating with the energies of heaven and earth. And the in-between, the emissaries are in between. We have dragons and we have ancestors. For the sake of our work, I want you to understand that the energy that you're moving with is that of a general. Okay? Now, this might be new to you, but I hope that you can embrace this rather quickly. Okay? In using this Joss paper, right? Charged in the way that it's charged, with the intentions that have been set. This is not an ancestor veneration beggar technology. This is you getting your ancestors into the knowing and the alignment that you are their God and the general. You are the general. So you give the commands and they follow suit. Not because they're not powerful, which is a flawed concept. Okay? Not because they're not powerful. Not because they ain't shit. But because you are here. And you are the evolved essence. And you are at the head of this war that has occurred long before you got here. And you're taking it on. You're the leader. You are the general. They are your soldiers. And they must follow your instruction. And you're using this technology so that they can be a part of you healing and flipping the tables to gain access to generational wealth and wealth within the heavenly celestial realms. Okay? You are absolutely the general of the ancestral army. So when you start following the instructions that you'll be given in order to communicate with them on the other side, you're going to be moving in a militant and martial energy. Okay? This is where we are acknowledging the power of both martial energy and love energy. As we know it, right, we're having this meeting of these celestial beings in the sky at the 7th degree. Okay, there's a major explosion of creation, powered by passion, powered by love, powered by warriorship, powered by intent, powered by clarity, powered by willpower. Okay? There is a very potent message coming through for my melanated serpent people. Okay? What we know as the ancients and those of the serpent race is that This energy is so powerful, so potent, that it is self-consuming. It can absolutely be self-consuming. The various books speak on, things like when the Kundalini rises, you'll never be the same. The experience of clarity that you experience, it changes your life forever. It changes your molecular structure forever. But when we look at the serpent energy, this Orubus, it's self-consuming. And what we are realizing as we awaken is that we're moving out of this cyclical prison. And the ones most greatly affected by it are those who are locked into that realm of the serpent and not acknowledging or activating the dragon serpent, the serpent with wings, the serpent that flies. Understood? But some of the things in regard to the dragon having utmost power, because it has access, direct access to the celestial realm, is that if you are the dragon, okay, you go from being a serpent to graduating to becoming a dragon, okay, because we are all of the energies that are with us, are being together. When that's the case, and your energy is starting to rise, and you are starting to be able to have an immediate effect, and influence grows by the growth of your magnetism, the expansion of your magnetism, you will either become the dragon master or continue to have a master, because all dragons have a master. The dragon that is very much attracted, remember we talked about this, the shine, right? The dragon is very much called to and drawn to that shine. And when we look at the alchemical exchange between the talent, the trend setting, the main stage energy of our artists, of our creative people, who are starting to tap into higher octaves of this serpent energy, that red energy, what is called this dark energy. But as it rises, right, the flame rises, you see that they start accumulating more shiny things, more shiny things. But the hand on the other side of the shiny things is more so the dragon master, rather than the person receiving the shiny things being aware of their dragon shining, their dragon is coming out. So it's important that while we're doing this work and we're drawing heaven and earth together, that we are sitting in our power, but we have to be martial minded, meaning we have to ensure that our boundaries are set. We need to ensure that the boundary is, I have the power, and whatever it is that I'm going after is really something that I'm giving to myself. We're moving into a space of giving to the self via your own magic, your own power, and your own discipline over this energy. The first thing that we experience when we hear music that touches us, it makes us want to move our bodies. It creates these undulations in our bodies. We're wanting to rock. We're wanting to get into the movement of the circle, of the frequency of the music. And the more that we're moving and opening up this energy, the more powerful, more potent it gets, and the more intoxicating that it gets. But if you're on the side of just being moved by it, just I'm creating, I'm giving out, I'm creating, I'm giving out, I'm creating. When it gets noticed by those who are more practiced in being reptilian, right? They're more practiced and aware. They're not running away from it. And that's some of the issues, running away from aspects of ourselves, the original people of the earth, of the molten earth as it was being created out of fire. Okay? This liquid lava, where our people are coming from. When that starts to be seen, then there is a heavy-duty militia or military force that comes to attack it. And we see that happening. We see that, what's the best way to gain the attention of a child who's not listening? We take away their toys, the things that, shine, the things that bring them pleasure. And if they still won't listen, what do we do next? And not saying that we do this because we don't want to be toxic, right? But we give it to someone else. We give it to someone else to generate now this level of jealousy, which creates a vacuum of extreme desire, but in the opposite direction, into the direction of lack. And so by utilizing this martial energy, right, we are able to protect ourselves in the wealth realms, and we're able to accumulate wealth and keep it in circulation while purifying ourselves of these other hooks that have already been placed for thousands of years. Okay? Why else would one brother sell another if it weren't for that untamed reptilian energy of going after the shiny thing? So it's time for us to understand really the deeper messages, the deeper mechanics of what we're working on when we do it. That is not, we're taking it a step higher, a step beyond just feng shui. I'm moving furniture around, I'm building altars and putting these particular pieces in my space so that I can have the energy straight and not be in conflict with Jupiter, who wants to be the great giver, but at the same time, if he feels offended, he'll be the great taker awayer. You know what I mean? Like, we want to understand all the way down deep into the psyche of why we're doing this and what stance we need to have when doing this work. Okay? So, in doing this, in activating or putting wings on your serpent, activating that dragon force and beginning to learn how to masterfully bring it into your space, bring it through yourself, and manifest increased wealth, well-being, and protection from negative, malevolent spirits, right? We are actively collapsing the powers who control us in any way. And this is where I want to underline that your spiritual practice is a form of activism. Okay? Your spiritual practice is a form of activism here on earth and in the heavens, because the celestial beings are alive. They have their own agendas. And the only reason why they get away with doing some of the things that they do is because we do not step into our roles as God beings to direct them in how they should be moving when it comes to you. Okay? What do we see in Chinese culture? There's a god of wealth. There's a martial god of wealth as well. There are multiple forms of divine wealth powers. The one that I showed you last week was Lord Guan, who was a general. Okay? Lord Guan is particularly utilized by people who want to have protection in business matters, right? And that protection forms a frequency where they can trust their business partners and trust them to move righteously and with loyalty, which is important. And this is a heavy theme right now for everyone. What does your partnership speak of? Okay? What does your partnership speak of, and what is it built on? The energy that you all also will be introduced to is another avatar of Kaishin. And this is another martial energy. Okay? This is the martial god of wealth. And he black. Alright? Just saying it. He black. This is Zhao Gongming. Martial god of wealth. Okay? Anything, any obstacle, any stone that wants to be thrown, it can beat it and turn it into gold. Okay? This is what we're looking at. Because the elements, like the coins that you'll have, right? The feng shui coins, you will receive information about how to work with them once you receive them. Okay? I had to get more, so I don't have any more to show you at this time. But you're working with the heaven and earth energy, and you'll be learning how to bring that in. Make sense? How many of you understand how deep this is? I really want to know how many of you are understanding that when you do this work with the ancestor money, and with this particular paper especially, that this is not a big thing. This is you're now becoming the general of your ancestral army. Okay? Dragons are majestic, which makes them really beautiful, really attractive, but they're change agents. And so by change agents, that means they have the ability to change things for the better or change it for the worse. And in this science, you're going to want to understand what is offensive and what is not, and why are you offending. All right? So for example, it's said for this particular year that certain people born under particular stars already are set up to offend Jupiter. That is already fall into that zodiac. You definitely want to pay attention to these lessons so you can know how to set up your dragon, celestial realm, wealth, shrine, trinkets, and such in your homes, because this energy moves. So where the energy, you think, okay, I got my wealth altar in the north, you're going to be putting something in the southeast, just because this year in particular, the way the stars are set up, that's where you want to make sure that you appease that energy and keep yourself in harmony and keep out those negative energies. Because this is like Kaishen, right? This is not an energy that's like, oh, I just want to give, I want to give, I want to give. Okay? This is, I can give and I can take away. I can give and I can take away. Okay? And we'll talk about that. Tahuti Faye said, that's where my bathroom is positioned. That's awesome, because the bathroom and the kitchen are sucky areas for wealth. They have low energy. And so the trinkets that you will purchase from us are going to be able to offset that low energy. Okay? And really simply, it ain't too much. Okay? So I need to see more posts of people with their supplies ready to go. I damn sure was supposed to bring an orange again and show y'all this demo. So I'm going to just do a little demo in the kitchen and upload it. It won't be alive. We don't need that. Okay? But yeah, someone asked about the energy or the man that I showed before, and I answered that question. So if you want the paper and the coins, you need to text me at 202 810 1876. Okay, that was mentioned in the first video. 202 810 1876, and you will get a bundle next week. Okay, it will go out to you. You'll have it for next week. Okay, because these items are going to be getting charged up throughout the weekend. Okay, and then if there's anything in particular that you have going on, you feel in your heart, that's necessary for me to know, you might need something a little extra, just text it to me. I mean, don't try to get a free consultation, because I'm just going to ignore you. Okay, and if I feel like you're asking me questions that are on the level of consultation, I will send you my link so that you can just book, we could talk, and you can get some answers. Okay? I mean, this is my livelihood. I'll give this all away. So, make sense? All right, who's ready to be a general? I want to know who's already ready to be a general of the ancestral army. Cleaning up your diet is dope. Okay? Cleaning up your diet is important. You want to be able to see clearly. You want to be able to experience the shifts. And they're coming in real quickly, real swiftly. One thing for certain, do not move in any thirsty type of energy. You know, because that is like the lower octave of the serpent energy is like, you know, you feel that gratitude. I mean, that gratitude. You feel that, like that good feeling, right? And then you just go with it. What's dope about this transition into these lessons coming out of the Rishkagal is that you all who have completed those lessons have built up a very, very strong resistance to having someone master you in regards to that deep sexual energy and creative force. Okay? Yeah, man. The weed, I'm telling you, like, listen, mother can roll up a blunt. I can't, the smell of the weed, it just, the frequency is just lower, man. It's just lower. I don't know if it's because now it's legal and like everyone is smoking or just putting all kind of stuff in it, but it it ain't resonating high, my friends. So if you still stuck on the marijuana, you really, really having a hard time like getting off of it, come see me. Come get a session. Okay? Come get a session. Um, I'm looking at yeah, there was a time, here's the thing, right? When we was popping, it was raising to the vibration of the heart space. Okay? But now we are moving to higher frequencies outside of some of the limitations of hearts that are not purified, right? That president in there ain't purified. That president is still going off of an old script. When we're talking about breaking through the threshold to tap into the stars, we can't, our operating system needs to be on pristine. Okay? Word, let's see. I'm just looking at the chat because, I want to talk to y'all. Moonchild said, I saw a dragon form in the clouds a couple weeks ago outside at like 4 in the morning. Then it started storming super hard. Same night. God, that might actually go also. Yes. That dragon energy, when it gets to moving through and you connect with it, your experience is exactly on point. Some people think that they're going to see a dragon jump out of the sky and swirl around. It doesn't always happen that way. Being able to sight it, right? Remember what I said. The eyes are the windows to the soul. Being able to sight it. It comes into the eyes and it does a purification and removes things that don't need to be there so that you can be a clearer channel for the higher frequencies. And then whatever is left there, especially when you're working with a Rishka gal, what you experience is that she takes it. Because she has the power to let it be dead and to see if it's resolved. Because not all things need to come back. That karmic cycle is a prison. And what we're working towards is totally gaining access to the keys of not reincarnating into this dimension. Does that make sense? I saw in the group that you mentioned, like the tears, like they wouldn't move because they're no longer of this realm. When something gets removed and taken into another realm, like you can't, what are you going to do with it? You can't touch it anymore. It's no longer, it's gone. And that's the kind of magic that should keep you moving forward in doing these things, because once you experience that, then you know what you're really made of when you're facing off with other energies that absolutely want to fight you. Like I could have decided, okay, I'm not doing this video. I have to contact Comcast, and we're gonna have to get this situated. But no, we have to be in such a way that we are committed to what we're doing. Be totally invested in what we are committed to. Okay? Like, this is not a time where we want to be like, maybe I'm in it, maybe I'm not in it. That's not of a higher nature. Okay? So yeah, y'all have any other questions? All right. So that's it. Make sure you text me at 202-810-1876 to either book your session. I do have some shorter sessions that are just 30 minutes. It's like the cheapest way to have a quick conversation with me. We can cover so much. All right. Well, also to get your charged up joss paper and your feng shui coins, um, and yeah, any other additional items that you may need for your space. Some of you may be in a new space and you need something else. But yeah, for all that, you can do a consultation, do a walkthrough, and get spaces harmonized. Okay. All right. So see you all later on tonight. Don't miss out on the meditation. It starts at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm gonna be there. You gonna be there? I'm gonna be there. You gonna be there? All right. Look close here. Yay. Okay. Peace, love, and blessings. And thanks for hanging in there with me.